Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome everybody to the Cleveland Metropolitan School District's John Marshall School of Information Technology Commencement Ceremony for the class of 2025. All right. My name is Ms. Walker. I'm the ESL teacher. I'm also the senior advisor for the senior class at JMIT. Before we begin, please make sure that you silence your cell phones. At this time, we ask you to please rise and welcome the John Marshall Class of 2025. may be seated. At this time, I would like to welcome to the stage Mrs. Gibson, our assistant principal.
Welcome, board members, Jerry Billups, fellow podium guests, principals, administrators, families, friends, and supporters to the John Marshall School of Information Technology 2025 Commencement. At this time, we ask that you stand to welcome the JROTC for the presentation of colors, followed by the national anthem, which will be played by guitarist Juan Posadas Dubin. Thank you, Juan. Please be seated. At this time, we ask Principal Hainline to the podium.
Parents, families, friends, and distinguished guests of the class of 2025, I am Mrs. Hainline, school principal at John Marshall School of Information Technology. Welcome and thank you for joining us today for our annual commencement ceremony. At this time, I would like to invite Mrs. Erin Frew to the podium to help us recognize some of the greatest achievements of our senior class.
Good afternoon. I bring greetings today from our CEO, Dr. Warren Morgan, and our Chief Academic Officer, Dr. Selena Florence. I want to congratulate the graduating class of 2025 for John Marshall IT for their many, many, many accomplishments. I'm asking that you please hold your applause as I read through them so that at the end we can give them a big celebration. So this year, John Marshall IT has 87 graduating seniors, 37 of whom are graduating with a 3.0 or higher GPA, 18 with a 3.5 or higher, and 5 that are graduating with over a 4.0 GPA. 5 of your seniors have earned the prestigious State Seal of Biliteracy, a recognition awarded to students who have demonstrated proficiency in 2 or more languages. 9 of the seniors have been an integral part of the JMIT robotics team, some from the very beginning. They have proudly represented your school across the state and nationally. In 2024, the team was Ohio State champions. The seniors here have earned over 125 college credits, and over 260 college applications have been completed by this graduating group of ambitious seniors. The students here will be attending various colleges, both inside and outside of the state, including, but not limited to, Tri-C, The Ohio State University, Ashland University, Kent State, Cleveland State, University of Akron, John Carroll, and Morehouse University in Atlanta, Georgia. 61 of the seniors are Say Yes eligible, meaning that their tuition is completely paid for the next 4 years. Due to the exposure and opportunities offered here at JMIT, several students from this graduating class are planning to major in computer science, information technology, and computer engineering. You also have over a dozen graduates planning to go into healthcare, and several students are going into the trades. Last but not least, please recognize the Lawyers of the Year, Elianis Soto and Joshua Riccarelli, I butchered that, I apologize, Riccarelli, who were selected by the faculty and staff for their outstanding contributions to John Marshall IT and their community. Again, congratulations, graduates.
Thank you. I am Kim Crandall, one of the school counselors, along with Wendy Forey. Seniors, we just want to say that we are so proud of you, and we are thankful to have been a part of your journey. It is my honor and privilege to formally introduce our top 10 scholars. At this time, would the following scholars please stand as I call your name? May the audience please hold your applause until all names have been clearly called. Manjil Monger, Derek Papp, Maria Lice Chavez, Joshua Ricciarelli, Juan Posadas Duban, Solomon Al-Rafai, Girandinet Estramera, Morsel Shaw, Joseph Santiago, Torno Ngungu. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated. Our Say Yes eligible scholars are noted in the program. If you are a Say Yes eligible scholar, please stand at this time to be recognized. Thank you. You all may be seated. Last but certainly not least, we would like to recognize the continuous hard work and dedication of our valedictorian and salutatorian. Earning a GPA of 4.211 will our salutatorian, Derek Papp, please stand to be recognized. It should be noted that today, Derek will be receiving his high school diploma, but he has already earned his associate's degree from Cuyahoga Community College. And earning a GPA of 4.319 will our valedictorian, Manjil Monger, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations to all of our top scholars and our Say Yes recipients, as well as to our valedictorian and salutatorian. At this time, we would like to call Senior Class President Eliane Soto to the stage to present her commencement speech.
All right. 12 years, 625 weeks, 4,380 days, 105,120 hours. Somehow, all of that sums up to today. Good evening, everyone, families, teachers, friends, and most importantly, the class of 25. 12 years. That's how long we've been in school. 12 years of early alarms, backpacks heavier than they needed to be, and walking the same hallways until they started to feel like second homes. 12 years of learning how to read, how to multiply, how to write essays, how to survive group projects, how to be people. It all started in classrooms with colorful rugs and alphabet posters. We were learning how to raise our hands, how to share, how to stay in the lines when we colored. We had snack time, we had recess, and we had no idea what was ahead of us. Then came the middle school years. Awkward, uncertain, filled with more questions than answers. That's when we started figuring out who we were, or at least who we weren't. We learned what it felt like to be challenged and what it meant to keep going anyway. And then high school hit, and everything got a little louder, more pressure, more possibilities, more moments that felt like they would define us forever. We learned to drive, to take exams that actually mattered, to juggle everything from sports to jobs to college applications. We found our people, lost them, found them again. We had our best days and our hardest ones. And somehow, here we are, at the end of year 12. Tonight marks the end of something we've known our entire lives. For most of us, this is the only rhythm we've ever known. School starts in August, ends in May. We spent more times in classrooms than anywhere else. It's where we've grown up. But as we take off these caps and gowns, we step into something new. And that's exciting, terrifying, and completely uncertain. Some of us know what comes next, some of us don't. But the truth is, we're all starting over, and that's not a bad thing. Because what we've done for the last 12 years has prepared us in ways we couldn't even fully see yet. We've learned how to adapt, how to ask for help, how to keep moving even when we're tired, unsure, or even overwhelmed. That's real strength, and we've earned it. So here's to the little kids we used to be, who took those first steps through the school doors. And here's to the people we've become, wiser, tougher, and more aware of what matters. This chapter may be closing, but it was never meant to last forever. It was meant to build us for what's next. And now, class of 25, the rest is up to us. These 12 years were just the beginning. Congratulations, and thank you.
Thank you, Elianice. Class of 2025. As you know, you are very near and dear to my heart. After all, when you came to John Marshall as bright-eyed freshmen, I was entering John Marshall as my first year as principal here. None of us knew what the next 4 years would bring, but I knew that I was committed to doing everything I could to bring us to this moment, you successfully graduating. As I have in years past, I started to think about who I would ask to be our commencement speaker. I knew it had to be somebody smart and ambitious, someone who could teach you something and leave you with a little note of wisdom as you start the next chapter. And then it occurred to me, the greatest gift I can share with you is to give you an opportunity to hear from the most influential man I have ever known. From this man, I learned important life lessons. After every failure, he was there to lift me up. When I am confused and unsure of what to do, I still call him first for advice. For the last 38 years, I have had the privilege of knowing your commencement speaker as Dad. And I could not be more excited to share him and some of his wisdom with you today. So at this time, I would like to introduce Dr. William Francis to the podium.
Graduates, proud families, dedicated teachers and administrators, and honored guests, including my talented daughter, Principal Hainline. It was a warm summer morning in the early 1960s when my father and I stepped out of his dark gray 1955 Buick Special. At that same time, I noticed a man getting into a new shiny silver Mercedes-Benz. Admiring the car, I asked my dad, "Who is that man?" He replied, "That's Dr. Nairn. He's a dentist." As the car drove away, I said, "Dad, why didn't you become a dentist?" After a brief pause, he explained that it was not that simple. Becoming a dentist required significant time, schooling, and hard work. See, upon finishing high school, my father joined the Navy to fight in World War II. He considered it his patriotic duty. Following the war, he returned home and worked as a paper factory, and he believed that he was too old to attend college. His voice reflected the regret in his heart, but he said, "You could do it if you want." I thought, sounds like a good idea. Approximately 20 years later, I obtained my Doctor of Dental Surgery degree from Case Western Reserve University. But oh, what a journey to get there. I lived in a working-class neighborhood with many kids. Alleys, backyards, and city streets were our playing fields. Fights broke out frequently, but the only weapons allowed were fists. I won more than I lost, but I absorbed my fair share of bruises. It was no big deal because I knew in time they would always fade away. Our house resembled the homes surrounding John Marshall High School. My bedroom was slightly larger than my bed, and my closet consisted of a hook on the back of the attic door. There was no heat in my room, and during winter I used to scrape ice off the window, imagining it as a snow cone, if only I had some cherry syrup. My clothes were hand-me-downs, and being in style was never an option. I didn't have much, but it was enough. That summer, my mother became very ill. It was a miracle that she survived. Just before graduating high school, my father suffered a heart attack. Now, he was a laborer in the paper mill, and after 30 years at the same job, he couldn't go back. I considered staying at home, securing a job, and helping out, but he insisted that I pursue my education. So it was off to Cleveland. My first semester at Case Western Reserve was tough. I'm not sure I would have survived without the help of tutoring. That summer, I returned home to work at the paper mill. It was tough work, but the money was good. My sophomore year progressed smoothly until early in my second semester when I received a phone call on my 20th birthday. I was devastated. My mother had passed away. I considered staying home to help my father out, but he wouldn't hear of it. He said, "You'll regret it." I knew in my heart he was right. So that summer I worked in a steel mill and I returned back to school in the fall. 2 years later, I received my bachelor's degree in chemistry with honors from Case Western Reserve. 4 years later, I graduated from dental school. I had finally made it. My dad was so proud. I felt like we both got a degree that day. But instead of setting up practice, I enrolled in a residency program. It would take another 5 years to become an oral surgeon. As my 4th year of residency came to an end, my father's heart ultimately gave out and he died. He didn't get to see me drive my own shiny new silver Mercedes-Benz a few years later, nor did he get to meet my children or witness so many of the good things that came my way. But not a day goes by that I don't thank him for all he did to make my dream come true. I share this story with you because I want you to know that dreams can come true. There's no doubt that you'll encounter obstacles along the way. Hopefully, you have someone who guides you and encourages you. Maybe like me, it's your father, or maybe your mother, or another family member. Maybe it's a teacher or a colleague, perhaps even your boss or a friend. But remember, ultimately, the decision to persevere comes from within. Challenges are designed to test your resolve. Rejections will sting, whether applying for a dream job or a coveted internship. You may pour your heart into a project that ultimately fails. Life will throw punches and you will stumble. Remember, the bruises you receive will fade away with time. They are not tattoos. Wisdom is born of failure. It is also the mother of success. Your time at John Marshall High School has equipped you with an incredible toolkit for navigating this complex world. Technical skills are only part of the equation. Perseverance, learning from failures, rising up after being knocked down are essential. As you venture into the world, embrace every experience, both good and bad. Show up on time. Be helpful to those around you. Be kind and smile. It won't cost you anything. Move forward, whether it's in academia or in the job market, with confidence and courage. And always remember, setbacks are temporary marks, not permanent ink. May God bless you and keep you safe.
On behalf of the John Marshall School of Information Technology and graduating class of 2025, we would like to present you with a token of our appreciation for sharing your time with us today. So we have one for you. At this time, I would like to ask our board member, Jerry Billups, up to the podium for the certification and acceptance of the John Marshall class of 2025. If you are an educator on stage, no, not right, no, did I do it wrong? Please rise to be recognized. On-stage guests, please remain standing during the conferring of the diplomas. We are pleased to share that as they pick up their diplomas, graduates will also receive a certificate from CMSD to pick up a free laptop from PCs for People to take with them into their digital journey beyond high school.
Ms. Hanline, class advisor, and faculty, do you attest to the fact that these students have satisfactorily completed the requisite course of study as prescribed by the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and the Ohio Department of Education?
I certify that all the students on this stage today have met all of the educational requirements of the state of Ohio and the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and have passed all of the required parts of the Ohio graduation and Ohio state tests. These students are now ready to receive their diplomas.
Then on behalf of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District Board of Education, I have the high honor to bestow upon you, members of the John Marshall School of Information Technology 2025 graduating class, your high school diplomas, along with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto.
Family, friends, and distinguished guests, we have now come to the part of the ceremony that we have all been waiting for. Will the first row of graduates please stand? Manjil Monger. Derek Papp. Maria Guadalupe Lais Chavez. Josh Ricciarelli. Juan Posadas Dubon. Solomon Arifai. Girandinera Estremera Ponte. Morsel Shaw. Joseph Santiago. Torno Gungu. Joshua Bartlett. Cristian Barral Colón. Jerome Barnes. Dana Adkins. Angela Lames. Amjad Abed. Abe Abed. Nora Hassan Abdallah. Jada Van. David Allen Bray. Ronald Edward Brown Speed. Sienna Mykanda Burton. Brian Carson. Marcos Castro. William Hayden Cavett. Astrid Guadalupe Ceballos Rodriguez. Tyler Cooper. Antonio Cruz. Josiel Colón. Lizzie Finnerty. James Fink. Edwin Miguel Figueroa. Ronald Harold R.J. Dwayne Dumas Jr. Eve Dow. Dahl. Bilal Del Sus. Shad Curry Jr. Terrell Bragg. Wilfredo Gomez. Luis Ángel Gutierrez. Bahir Halim. Orion Harsh. Miguel Herrera Ramos. Alan Manuel Jiménez Lozada. Yogesh Kalikoti. Armani LeBron. Alanis Lubriel Acevedo. Eva Maldonado. Teresa Preciado. Juan Pablo Preciado. Tahia Nevea Patterson. Ariella Parrish. Lanaya Samaria Palmer. Christopher Daniel Palacios Diaz. Nyla Ortiz. Rosaline Monserrat. Jacori Mao. Adrian Matos. Aaliyah Priel Manley. Priscilla Risaili. Felix Anthony Reyes. Lance Steven Rivera. Itaz Sagos. Ediesel Santos. Jonathan Serrano. Jada Teresa Simmons. Cassius Cash George Smith. Elianis Tarian Soto. Tatiana Williams. Anaja Faith Williams. Paige West. Wilfredo Vargas. Malachi Van Hoos. Logan Ulbrich. Selena Angel Toledo. Mark Stevens. Deshaun Starks. Brianna Spooner. Shamir Wright. Niaja Young. Michaela Marie Zabala. Kamisa Abubakar Zakaria. Kira Ida Morris. Dynasty Green Pliska. Pedro Figueroa. Ricardo Rico Rodriguez. And last but not least, Alana Manano. At this time, will our Lawyers of the Year, Eliani Soto and Joshua Ricciarelli, please come to the front to face the graduates.
The tassel is worn on the right side of the mortarboard as a symbol of change. I hereby declare the John Marshall School of Information Technology Class of 2025 to be graduates of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District. You may now move your tassels to the left side of your mortarboards. Welcome, alumni of Cleveland Metropolitan School District. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, we share this celebration of your children's achievements. At this time, please clear the aisles to allow the graduates to begin the processional. Graduates, please stand and follow the principal's podium guests. Thank you, congratulations, and good night to all.
Graduates, please stay in your place until the staff processes out and you'll follow us. Thank you.